Right.
We are on that real sad Sylph of Breath, The Good Place Homestuck fic that Anna said
Yeah.
made her cry and have to hold off watching the Good Place season finale because of.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we are on that fic.
Oh
So
no, sad times.
I was rereading the tags. This teen up audience's major character death because the plot of the fic is that Dirk has created a door through which all of our immortal characters can finally die, or walk through and die. Um, the tags are, there is some misgendering and dead naming because we have, this is also at the end of the last chapter, I believe, we had an Egbert say to their wife, I don't think I'm a guy anymore, after Dave left. So, and I think it's implied Karkat died off screen already. So
Yes.
yeah, there's that, and then implied / reference suicide, death of adult child, gender transition, and also foot fetish and lactation kink. So that's gonna be fun.
That's fun.
Oh,
Just a sprinkling. And we are
oh
on
dear.
chapter 3, Rose. There is a door at the end of the sea. The sky is an illusion.
We have Rose and June. We have Roxy. We have a narrator. And I think we have one or two Kanaya lines.
Hmm.
And that appears to be it.
Who could we possibly have do the Kanaya lines? I can't think of anything.
Heavens to Betsy, there's just no.
So Bucky has been switching narration for the last few. So Belmonts, if you want to do this one's narration, the only request I have is that I do the Plasticine Soul narration. But I mean, other than that,
Absolutely.
whatever is good. Cool.
Rad.
That.
I've been doing June on our streams. I can keep doing June.
And we need a Rose and a Roxy. I think Rose is. Oh, there's also a Harry Anderson gets like one line.
I'll do Harry Anderson too.
A single line.
We stay in the theater, kid.
Is the best character inside all of Homestuck.
Actually, no, sorry. I'm a marching band kid, and all theater kids are there for my mortal enemy, so I will have to slay Harry Anderson in single-hand combat.
I was marching band for half of high school. We're theater adjacent.
There's a distinct difference, and one of those things is not being, well, I was gonna say not being fucking grody, but that's not true. It's really only the theming. Like, it's really only the fact that we fucking travel and we are slightly more athletic. And it was like, we're just as weird, we're just as grody, we're just as, like, slightly unsettling, we're just as weirdly sexual because it's fucking high school and everyone is.
So, what you're saying is that marching band kids are like nomadic theater kids.
I guess that isn't quite how I'd put it. We usually return to the same home base location.
That sure is a sentence that you just said, Shania.
Marching band kids are more like nomadic does imply like a I guess depending on your context could reply like there are specific seasonal grounds that you return to.
Yes, exactly. You return to the ancestral hunting grounds every so often.
It's more like traveling. Like just traveling, I think is word you could use.
If you want to make it sound all boring, I guess.
All right, okay. We're reading a sad fic and not talking about fucking marching bands. I'll be here all night if I talk about fucking marching band.
We need a Rose and a Roxy, and I think then we are done.
No, hang on, no, stop, no. Why? Harry Anderson named his kid Matthew McConaughey?
Why not?
Okay, all right.
I mean,
oh my god.
Wouldn't he?
Oh, god.
I guess if you grew up on stories of the great and wonderful Matthew McConaughey from your mother, like you would.
Exactly. You would do that.
We
Still need
stand
a-
at theater, kid.
Yes,
I
indeed.
guess it seems like June and Rose are like Rose is talking to everybody. So
I guess I'll go is because you're doing June,
June.
and Belmont's are narrating.
I'll do Roxy
Rox-
then, I guess.
General tradition.
Yeah, because I think Rose is the biggest role, and you have Kanaya as well. So, all right, let's start with this sad fig chappy. Hi, Nana.
Your name is June Egbert, and you have just walked into your friend Rose Lalonde's large and elegant home, looking around with the awkward energy of a guest searching for a familiar face at the party. You turn to see your grandson. You turn to see your grandson, Matthew McConaughey, waving you over to a cluster of Lalonde Egberts standing by the kitchen. You head towards them and greet your family, Roxy, Harry Anderson, Sabrina, Maddie, and his partner, Lily, who is enormously pregnant with not one, but 2 great grandkids. Seeing her reminds you that you are, in fact, really fucking old. Harry Anderson thankfully interrupts your internal crisis. Hey, Dad, we were just trying to remember that story. Oh, wait, this is not me.
Hey, Dad, we were just trying to remember that story Aunt Rose used to tell about the time she dropped your dad's car on your birthday present. Haha, oh yeah, but no, the present was in the car. She dropped the car down a cliff. Speaking of Rose, I should probably go try to find her and say hi. Fuck, I need to, like, summon my best Harley Quinn voice. Don't worry, Junie.
Oh, that was something. Roxy reassures
Trying.
you.
Rose and Kanaya making the rounds. They'll find you. Lol, you know Rose is an excellent host, and she promised me they'll make sure to get plenty of time to talk to us tonight.
Kind of loving that.
It's really something.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go get a drink. Anyone want anything? Oh wait, no, that was still Roxy. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go get a drink. Anyone want anything?
Roxy blurts out their new favorite joke as if they've been waiting all night for the chance.
Oh no, that was June. Tequila shots for me and Lily, please. That's Matthew McConaughey gets one line. Who wants to do Matthew McConaughey?
Yep, that's definitely still hilarious, Grammy.
Maddie responds, but you're already walking away. You make your way over to the bar.
That's
Who
Rose.
is this? Oh, it's Rose. Okay. I applaud your very fashionable lateness, June.
Shit. You hear from behind.
Oh, hey, Rose. Yeah, sorry about that.
Listen to her. She is just human teasing you.
Kanaya steps in to save you.
My wife seems to have taken tonight as a final opportunity to fuck with those she loves most. If I'm going to go out, I might as well go out on top of my game, don't you think, June? Besides, none of this is canon after all, so why shouldn't I have a little fun?
She winks, but you just kind of stand there, frozen in your discomfort and confusion. Kanaya takes pity on you again.
June, you look lovely this evening. We're both very glad you could make it. Please don't forget to take our parting gifts before you go. You'll find them in the library. I'll let you two catch up.
She kisses your cheek and heads over to a group of trolls across the room.
That's Rose.
This one? I think it's June, actually.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Rose.
So, nice party.
It's all right. I know you hate this, and I really do appreciate you coming anyway. It means a lot you respect my choice despite not understanding or agreeing with it. And I'm not fucking with you anymore.
Of course I came, Rose. I hope you didn't really think I wouldn't come. I wouldn't just not say goodbye to you after everything we've been through after, geez, how many years?
You feel the wetness in the eyes, in your eyes, and the warmth in your face, and take a moment to just breathe.
But
But you're right. I don't understand this at all. Dirk was, well, crazy? Suicidal? Who even knows with Dirk, honestly? And Dave at least was in mourning for the love of his life. Sure, he had us, but he didn't have Carcat. He didn't have his bro. He didn't have any...
You have the sense to stop yourself.
Children, it's okay, June. I can't say anything that will hurt me or change my mind, so please speak freely. Do me that courtesy.
You take another centering breath.
I just don't know how you could leave Vrissy without either of her mothers just like that. You're both healthy and happy, aren't you? It's not like either of you are aging or dying, and Vrissy doesn't look like she's aged all that much since she and Harry Anderson were dating. So I don't understand how you could think there's any reason at all to go. I just don't understand how you can do this to her.
We can do it, June, because we know our daughter and we know that Vriska will be just fine. Remember that despite how she looks, she is 62 years old, the same as Harry Anderson, who is about to be a grandparent. She's not a child. I admire the closeness of your family. I mean that completely sincerely and without judgment. But trolls are different. My family is different. Have enough faith in me to believe that the three of us have thought this through and have discussed it at great length, and it is not a decision we made lightly.
Is it? Sorry, I keep losing my place on this. Now Rose takes a breath to calm herself, small enough that she was probably hoping you wouldn't notice.
Vriska hasn't needed us for a long time. And yes, because of her blood, she will continue to live for a long time, continuing to not need us. She is happy, healthy, and successful, and independent, and strong. And she understands our choice, and she supports it. And that is all that matters.
Rose,
It's all right, June. I understand your concern, and I know that it comes from a place of great love, of which very few people I've ever known are capable.
She gives you a slight but sincere smile.
I guess I just still don't understand why, or why now. Even so, if it's okay to go, why do you want to?
Rose takes a moment to choose words that she hopes you will understand. Her face gets absolutely nothing away as you wait.
Because, June, it is the next step. Every bit of knowledge that I can't learn, that I can't see, is beyond that gate. I filled my life with as much as I could, explored, read, written, thought, lived as much as this existence allows. But I have seen the limits, the edges, and there is nothing left for me to do but step through. I've tried, for several years now, in fact, to find anything new and real in this life, but there is nothing left, June. Not for me, anyway. I could continue searching for millennia more, but the light has gone out. In a world with no greater purpose in store for any of us, this is the destiny that I have claimed for myself, and the only real thing I can do anymore is to take it.
You must not be hiding your lack of understanding very well, because Rose continues with,
I assume you've seen the movie The Truman Show.
obviously you have. It's a classic. With that analogy, you think you're sort of beginning to get it. But of course, you can't, really. You just do your best to understand that you don't understand, and accept that Rose, the smartest person you've ever met, knows what she's doing. If she says there's a door at the end of the sea, it must be true, even if all you can see is sky. You spend the next few hours mingling, eating, drinking, before walking your way into what the flighty broads who own this house call the library, which is really just an office with extra bookshelves built into the walls, several of which are filled with Rose's own anthologies. The room is almost entirely filled with long clothing racks, with just enough of a walking path between each. The racks are labeled Vrissy, Sabrina, Lily, Jade, a few names you don't know, and finally, June. You recognize one or two of the pieces, but Kanaya seems to have used her spacey powers to perfectly assess your measurements and alter them each to fit. You don't know when or where you are ever going to get the chance to wear most of these, especially since you're about to lose your only two friends who throw fancy parties, but you take them and drape them over your arm nonetheless. They will look nice in your closet, at least, and will be something material to remember your friends by. On your way back out, through the living room, you notice that the party has died down significantly. There are still a few odd people that you don't know standing around, mostly trolls. But you spot Rose over on the couch, Kanaya and Vrissy on either side of her. Then you notice Roxy, Jake, Callie, and Jade are there as well. Rose looks up and makes eye contact with you, as if a sixth sense let her know that you'd be in this exact spot in this exact moment. You obey her unspoken request to go over and join them.
I hope you weren't planning to abscond with half my wife's wardrobe just yet, June. The night is still young enough, and it's not as if you'll be seeing us at Thanksgiving this year.
I was just gonna put these in the car and come back.
You lie. You feel like you've already taken up enough of Rose's time and attention tonight, and you didn't want to press the issue, despite, well, because of the significance of the occasion. But as the conversation continues and you look around the circled up furniture, you realize that these people, yourself included, are exactly who deserve Rose's attention tonight. As the hours continue to pass, the remaining guests depart, but your group stays put on their couches and chairs and drinks, talks and laughs until the sunlight peeks in through the large, elegant windows.
Rose, dear, I believe it may be time. Yes, I believe it is.
Just as with Dave, everyone instinctively just sort of lines up to give and receive their final farewells. This time, you place yourself firmly in the center. Kanaya and Rose make their way down the line, and you have your moment with each of them, and then it is over. Roxy is the one who gets the final goodbye this time, as it should be. You glance over to see them crying, but smiling. As Rose plants a motherly kiss on their forehead, you focus on not overhearing their conversation. It's not for you.
All right, everyone, please lock up on your way out. What she means to say is that we love you all. Yes, that is what I mean.
If you didn't know better, you would think that Rose's guard was not quite all the way up at this moment.
We love you all. Take care.
Rose takes her wife's hand and her daughter's, and the three of them walk towards the door. She stops and turns back one more time.
And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And she gives you one final wink before turning around again and leaving with her family. You all crowd around to watch the grand window as they get in Vrissy's car and she drives them off towards the rising sun.
So,
Roxy finally breaks the silence, wiping their eyes.
who wants pancakes?
As if on cue. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying God.
Oh, okay. As if on cue, your phone buzzes. You read the text, and that old familiar mix of euphoria and absolute panic sweeps through your body.
Actually, Roxy, we gotta go. Gasp! Babies? Babies?
Boy, howdy, I'll drive.
Shouts Jake, already running out the door.
Oh my God, I like that a lot.
And the baby's arriving. God, that was good.
Do like that one.